Hello, reefers, and welcome back to Callman's channel. Caw-caw! Caw-caw! That's some funny shit right there. Anyway, my tank turned 1 year old today. It's been fun. I learned a lot. I'm currently scrubbing right now, as you can see. Been seeing a lot of new algae, red cyno, as you can see there. And this just occurred within the last week. And I believe it's due to my lights. As I say, this tank turned 1 year old today, so it's definitely time to swap out some of those T5 bulbs. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And what else do I got for you? There's been no real big issues in the last year. I have no flatworms, no pests. So I've been really lucky with that. The only bad experience I've been having is it's called pineapple sponges. They ran their course there. I had them for about 2 weeks and then they disappeared. And what else? Oh, I had a lawnmower Blaney died. There wasn't enough algae in my tank, so he starved to death. I tried feeding him the algae clips, and he just didn't want any of that. So I won't be getting any more lawnmower Blaneys. That's for sure. The only cleanup crew I got in here, I got 4 snails and 5 crabs. That's all. So I'm gonna get some more snails. I don't want any more crabs. All they do is fight. In fact, I got 3 over here fighting right now. But the snails, I believe, do a better job at cleaning. So, what else here? Oh, my damsels are breeding. For last month, see, he's up there on his eggs right now. Can't really see the eggs there. There are the eggs right there. But they'll hatch, immediately go through the overflow box, and then end up down here in the sump. But the very next morning, they'll be laying eggs again. They've been doing this 5 times in a row now. So that tells me, my water parameters are good and they're liking the tank, and my parameters are good. My alkalinity, alk is at 8.3, calcium's at 420, magnesium's at 1350, and my nitrates are always at 5 ppm. My temp is at 79, and the salinity is at 1.024. So I guess they like those conditions. I'm going to try getting a breeder box and try netting some of those little babies and maybe pinning them down in the sump. But yeah, folks, 1 year old. In the beginning of the tank life, the first 7 months, my nitrates were at 50 to 60 ppm for nitrates. So I didn't get any corals, I didn't get any fish or anything for 7 months. Finally, I got ticked off. Went to the LSF, had them test my nitrates, and they said 0. So I threw away the old test kit. Apparently, it had expired, and I bought a new one. And that day that the LFS said I had 0 nitrates, I walked out of that store with some corals. I was excited. So I only had corals and fish in a tank for 5 months. But I'm a small business owner. I own a landscaping company. So I'm about to get to work here this spring, and cash flow will be booming, and I'm just going to stock this tank with lots of corals, lots of zoas and chalice. I'm a huge fan of zoas and chalice. So in the next couple months here, I'm going to be really going to town on this tank. And hopefully this micro scrubbing is going to help with this algae. I'm not liking that. I'm just going to let it run its course. I'm not going to dump no chemicals oils in the tank. I'm just going to rectify the situation. I think the situation's coming from my GFO. I got to replace my faucet guard. They say that only lasts for a few days. And I recently discovered carbon. Carbon only lasts a few days and then it's expired. So I'm going to be putting some GFO in here today. Here's how I'm micro scrubbing there. Got that there airstone right in the return pump. The refugium is just kicking butt. This is like a coopod factory down here. Brittle stars, I mean, you name it. There's all kinds of life down here. But you can see the cyano taking place. I think I gotta get some more water flow through the sump. You know, one thing I do like about the sump is I can slow the contact time here because I'm running that skimmer. I'm drawing in from the first stage. So if I back off the pressure on the skimmer, I get more flow through the refugium. So I'm going to do that today too. Also, last week my skimmer clogged up. The air intake here was full of calcium. Now that skimmer's just kicking butt doing this thing. So now that I'm at the 1 year mark, I guess I got to take apart all this plumbing and just clean everything up. Take that bulb out of the UV sterilizer. It's got a wiper on it. I still want to take it apart and clean it. So I'll be having a maintenance day here today and really do some cleaning. Get rid of this damn algae because that stuff's bugging me. But that's the life of the Aquarius. Alright folks, that does it for this video. Stay tuned for more to come. Caw-caw!